Hey everybody, welcome to Niko Nerd Tech of Tomorrow, and this is my review on the Razer Blade Stealth. So this is the Razer Blade Stealth. It has a 12.5-inch touch 4K display, measuring at 3840 by 2160. It has 100% Adobe RGB support, so colors look exactly as creators had intended on the device itself. Really great for Photoshop and any other graphics editing software. The model I have here is the 256GB PCIe M.2 storage. It is available in 512 as well. This has the Intel i7-6500U with hyperthreading, base clock at 2.5 GHz up to a boost of 3.1. Built-in Intel HD graphics 520, 8 GB of dual-channel LPDDR3 1866 MHz memory. Now, as for ports, on this side we have Thunderbolt 3 through USB Type-C up to 10 gigabits per second. This is also used for the Core, the Razer Core, which is basically an external desktop graphics card dock, so you can have a larger graphics power even on one system without needing a separate desktop to handle that power. We have two USB 3.0 super speed ports, HDMI 1.4, and the 3.5mm headphone port on this side as well. Inside, we have the 2 megapixel, so you can see that, 2 megapixel up in the center of the screen, as well as two microphones on either side and a notification LED for when you're actually recording video. The keyboard anti-ghosting and individually backlit, so as you can see now I have the rainbow wave going across. It's the same Razer Synapse software. If any of you have the Razer keyboard, you can have all the same settings, even synced from a different system, so they're all custom to your use. You can customize it as well for individual keys for different color lights as well. The device itself is about 2.75 pounds and only about 0.52 inches thick, which is quite an interesting amount of power it has considering it's the same thickness as the 2016 MacBook. However, it has a lot more built into it. What's really cool, the ventilation and cooling on this computer specifically, is the fans on the bottom, but it also has ventilation through the keyboard itself, as well as in between the hinge for the screen, which really makes this really great for keeping itself cool even on heavy gaming. Your hands don't necessarily feel the heat on the keyboard or where you're resting your palms, which is really used for day-to-day. So I feel like it's burning up like most HP laptops especially. The screen itself is great. Touchscreen, I love having the ability to just reach up and touch. It's not a 2-in-1, so you can't bend it back. However, I do wish they had minimalized the bezels on this screen. The bezels are quite large considering it's only a 12.5-inch screen, yet the actual laptop's closer in size to that of 13-inch or 14-inch laptops. The battery on this laptop is about what you'd expect for any Windows PC, not quite as long-lasting as a Linux-based system like the MacBook or Chromebooks out there, but it will get you from day to day. You don't have to necessarily plug hop with it, but you're not going to be able to get through a whole day of using the computer without plugging back in. Charge speed is reasonably slow. I think it could have had a slightly larger charger. However, the charger that comes with this device is actually kind of cool. It's a very small brick, but I love they used a nice nylon roping for the actual cable, so nice and durable, and if you worry about it breaking, nice and easy to flex and bend as well. Very useful day to day, and even this other end that plugs into the wall is a really nice rubber coating, so it bends really easily and doesn't feel like it's going to be a pain in a bag like most other cables out today. The actual interface on the port-wise, I think it's a great combination. This is what I was complaining about with the MacBook 2016. It only had one Type-C. I wish it actually had maybe a second Type-C just for other chargers or phones to be able to take advantage. I've heard some complaints on not full speed charging when you're using the Core because it has to use that bandwidth for data instead of power. It would have been nice to have a couple more of those. It is nice to at least have the USB plugs though, which is great for transferring data from side to side. I like that's also on one left and one right side. So if you're plugging in external hard drives or other storage devices, it's nice and easy to transfer information back and forth. Speed-wise, this thing's great. It gets through all basic day tasks. I've ran a couple different benchmarks on it, and it renders great. Nothing near a desktop i7, but it'll definitely handle photo editing or different rendering software just fine. Gaming without the core, it will work a little bit if you go on a really low resolution. You can get around 30 frames. It's nothing you're going to be able to hit any high marks without the actual dedicated core with a desktop graphics card. That can either backfeed into this monitor, or you can have an external monitor to run off of that. The build quality on this computer is great. It's all aluminum base. It just feels really nice. It's great for cooling on the actual system itself, but it does not feel like it's going to break. It feels like something that's going to last a very long time, maybe withstand a couple different drops. Speakers as well on both left and right side. They're great speakers. I do notice I tend to accidentally cover them with my hands sometimes, but if you're not someone who necessarily types like that, or just let it sit around and play music, the speakers sound great on it. My overall thoughts: I love the laptop, great for day-to-day use. I love the ability of the Core dock, just to be able to have one system and use it for your portable computer needs, as well as your full workstation at home or at work needs as well. It's a really nice combination between the both. I wish, again, the bezels were a little bit smaller, and the screen at least could have been a little bit larger on the device itself, keeping the same form factor. Besides that, it was a great computer, really reliable, and just great build overall. Good experience for as far as Windows 10 goes. The different programs I loaded on here to use all ran great. I didn't have any problems or crashes or anything like that on the device itself. It's been a really enjoyable laptop to use. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the description, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can as well. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my review, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And my next review should be on my OnePlus 3. Have a great day.